Hey guys, Lincoln Parks here, and thank you for joining me today. What I'm going to be talking about today is LeaderCast 2014. Now, LeaderCast is an event that people from all over the country come to Atlanta, Georgia, and they share leadership tips. So some of the speakers that were there was Andy Stanley, Archbishop Desmond Tutu. Then we had former First Lady Laura Bush. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to just highlight a little bit of what some of those individuals spoke about. But right below, you're going to see a PDF link where you can download my notes. I usually take a lot of notes at these events, also record a little bit of audio, so you might have that in there. But I just want to share my notes with you, my taking points, my talking points, things that really stood out to me, and I want to share those with you today. So the first speaker, as you know, he's a phenomenal communicator, and that's Andy Stanley. He's always well prepared and always has, he breaks his points down into smaller chunks. Now, one of the smaller bite-sized nuggets that he shared was to be a beyond you leader. Beyond you leaders pour into other people even though there is no personal gain for you. That is such a powerful, it's so simple yet so powerful. To be a beyond you leader, you have to pour into other people even though there is no personal gain for you. I see it all the time when there are leaders that the only reason why they pour into you or why they want to mentor you or why they are willing to mentor you is because they're going to get something out of it. That was a really, really powerful talking point for me. Now, the next speaker was Dr. Henry Cloud, and he talked about a story about how he and his wife went skydiving, and he was terrified. But once he got up there, there was like a calm that came over him. He was the first one to jump out of the plane, and he tied a story into that, and he said, "Are you willing to jump out of a plane for the cause?" So powerful and so profound. Are you willing in your organization, in your business, in your entrepreneurial aspirations, are you willing to jump out of the plane for the cause? If you have a team, if you have an organization, and you guys have a common goal on where you're trying to get to, you have to answer that question if you're ready to jump out of the plane for the cause. The next speaker was the first time I've actually ever heard this individual speak, and that's Archbishop Desmond Tutu. The gentleman is hilarious. He has such an infectious laugh. And what I really learned from Archbishop was people connect with you when you are totally transparent. When you are a transparent individual, he had such an infectious laugh that, I mean, if you just listen to his laugh, you would be drawn to him. And that's something where it's not taught. This is something that's over. He's just such a natural individual that people are drawn to him just because. One of the things that he said was, good leaders are affectionate. They are not attracted to power. Wow. Good leaders. I want to share that with you. These are great tips and great nuggets. Good leaders listen and are affectionate. They are not attracted to power. Such profound information. I break this down a little bit more in my notes. Then the next speaker was Laura Bush, former First Lady Laura Bush, and there was an interview that they did with her, and she said, "Always remain calm in the face of adversity. Your people will follow your lead." And one of the stories she talked about when she mentioned that, she was talking about President Bush during the 9/11 attacks. He was sitting down and he was reading a story to elementary school. Then one of the Secret Service men came, whispered in his ear, and told him exactly what was going on, that the second plane had hit the building. Now, he had a choice. He could have jumped up and frantically ran off so he can save himself and just run for cover. But what he did was he remained calm. He completed the story. He completed what he had, his task that he had right in front of him, right there at that time, by remaining calm. Because if he would have acted in panic, then everybody else would have followed. Such such great information. The next speaker was Malcolm Gladwell. And Malcolm, one of the things that I got away from Malcolm, he was, to be an effective leader, it matters not what you say, but how you say it. To be an effective leader, it matters not what you say, but how you say it. The next speaker was Randall Wallace. And here's what a nugget that I got from him. There is greater joy in giving. It creates a magnificent obsession to give again. His talk was just about giving freely, giving without expectations, without anything coming back to you, to be a beyond you leader. So great, such great information. The next speaker was Bill McDermott, and Bill said, you must always celebrate the victories with your group, with your organization, with your team, the little small victories or the big victories, whatever that may be. Celebrate the victories. And the last speaker for the day was Simon Sinek. I have so many notes from him, but one thing that really stood out to me was he said, leadership is like exercise. You can't measure it daily, and you can't see the benefits, and it hurts. So I really had a great time at LeaderCast 2014. Make sure you guys just check out my notes right below. I hope I can attach the audio to that as well, so you can listen to a little bit of the snippets of what we took down at LeaderCast 2014. If you've never attended LeaderCast, I want to urge you and I want to beg you, next year, make sure, if you can't make it to Atlanta, make sure you're at a simulcast location near you, or you be the leader. You go out and be the Beyond You leader. So this is Lincoln Parks. Remember to always lead like you. Take care. I'll see you guys next week. Hey guys, Lincoln Parks here, and thank you for joining me today. Just not ready.